When I was 3 years old, my mom used to tell me that one day I'll become very, very rich because I have blonde arm hair. And she said that men with blonde arm hair will become very rich. And she doesn't remember this, but I still do. And what it did is it planted a seed in my head. Now, about 8 years later, when I was 11, my parents split due to financial reasons. And my best friend's father, he was an entrepreneur. Now, we come from the borderline to Poland from East Germany, where people aren't usually entrepreneurial. And he gave me a book called A Dog Named Money, which is Germany's most successful book for children on the topic of money. And I never read books. Like, give me a book, and after 3 seconds, I throw it against the wall and I go out and play soccer. But that book, I swallowed within 2 days. And I learned that neither my parents are bad, nor money is bad. It was just a unfortunate circumstance of a lack of knowledge on how to deal with that and how to communicate about it. And it taught me also that if I don't want this to happen to my own family one day, that I need to master money. A, on a psychological level, I need to understand it. And then B, on an economical level, meaning I need to become rich. And if I want to become rich, I need to become an investor and an entrepreneur and not just a normal employee, because that's never going to get me where I want to go. And so I have no ideas what all that means when I was 11, but it planted the next seed. And for some reason from that on, the topic of money just kind of stayed very important in my life. And I studied business to learn all about money, quickly realized it's not going to get me where I want to go and I'm not really learning this, and switched to business psychology, where I took every study I could find on the topic of behavioral finance, because at that day you couldn't really study behavioral finance in Germany. But I really wanted to understand this whole topic and I wanted to become rich and I wanted to master it. And when I came out of university at 23, I had to make a choice between A, going into a normal employment, which basically all my colleagues did, but I was totally afraid of just taking a normal job, making maybe just like 2,000 euros a month, and never be able to build all the wealth that I want to build for all the things that I want to do. Or B, become an entrepreneur. Now, I didn't have a network and I didn't really know what that means, but I definitely did not want to do A, so I chose to do B. And I started my entrepreneurial journey right out of university. And basically, for the first few years, I got punched in the face every single day. And I tried everything and did everything. And I didn't shy away, and I worked all the time, and I hustled and all these things. But it never really got me where I wanted to go. I remember the time when my electricity got turned off. I couldn't pay my rent. I couldn't buy food for 2 weeks, so I had to steal it from a kebab store from the next city and walk in there with my fancy suit and pretend like I got the money and then eat it and then just run away. And I paid it back later. But I learned how to survive, and it didn't break me. It didn't make me want to go take a normal job. I still wanted to stay and become a proper entrepreneur. I wanted to become successful, was dedicated to it. And then I got a call from a friend who called me to move to Berlin. I was before in a beautiful city named Heidelberg in the south of Germany, and joined a marketing agency. And we were selling products all about coaching from like maybe 2,000 to 60,000 euros on the phone. And I was really, really good at that. And and this way really started my sales journey. So basically, 8 years later, I've always been in some kind of sales roles. I've either built sales teams or just been a sales agent, or founded a company with a partner and investor where I was responsible for bringing in clients. I've done sales coaching, sales training, and sales consulting up to this day. But I was living in Germany and I hated the winters. And it took me until 2019 to finally have the balls and leave Germany. I went to a conference called Mindvalley University in Croatia, and I spent a full month with about 1,000 nomads traveling the world with their families, their kids, for years. Some of them were just making good money, some got by, some were millionaires, and some were even billionaires. But I realized it's possible. It's possible to leave your home country and travel the world, and I've always wanted to do that. And so I just booked a plane ticket to Chiang Mai for October 2 to 3 months later, and I said, in some way I'm going to make this happen. And at that time, I had a lot of friends who were asking for coaching support in sales. And I just wanted to help my friends, and I needed a business case. So instead of going into high-price coaching, which at that time was a big trend in Germany, and I kind of hated it because I was selling it for other people, and I saw the poor results, I said, okay, let's do something different. And I chose to offer them to teach them everything I know about sales for literally just 30 bucks a month. And I give them 2 hours of training every week, plus we can communicate on WhatsApp, blah, blah, blah. And after 2 to 3 months, they were making really good money. And it was mostly digital entrepreneurs and digital freelancers that I was working with. And it somehow worked with everybody, what I taught them. We found an individual approach for everybody. And after a few months, when they were making good money, the next questions came, such as, how do we build marketing? What do we do about social media? How do we find employees? How do we keep them? And where are all these inspiring entrepreneurs actually? Because we don't have any around us. So I started using my network that I've built over years, that I didn't have at my beginning time, to connect that with my community. And in that way, the sales training turned into a business training, because suddenly we were covering all the topics from business, and I was just hosting the sessions. And my community, my network came to just, teach, give workshops, or just share their life stories. And I came back from Thailand at some point, back to Berlin, and then the Corona situation happened. And in the summer of 2020, we started to do the first live events again in Berlin. And then we realized we were so much more than just a training. We were a real community, a business community. And by that time, we were already covering many more topics beyond business, about relationships, wealth, health, finances, spirituality, whatever we could find. Like, we were just curious to grow. And on the live events, we were just having fun of our lives. And we were sometimes going back to childhood by hosting a pajama party for entrepreneurs. Or we were inventing the Burning Cake Festival, where we have a flat rate on burning cake or Flammkuche, and just ate as much as we could and had a beautiful networking session around it. And the combination of everything eventually allowed us to found the Blue Ocean Business Club. And yes, it is leaned on the strategy, the Blue Ocean strategy, but it also has some values that are written between the lines if you read the book. And those values, for example, are co-creation, collaboration instead of competition. Let's find new ways to help people and do something impactful. And if we do that collectively, then we're basically actually doing the thing we need to do, because we're sitting in the same boat. So we might as well just row together at the same speed. We have more fun, we're faster, and it's just going to be much, much easier. And on that, I built a core value system, which is basically based on number one, growth, personal as well as business growth. Number two, authenticity, be real, don't be fake. No need to play off as the big guy. Just show us, who are you, where are you at, what do you need, how can we help you, and what can you bring onto the table. Number three, playfulness. Let's have fun. Let's don't take ourselves too seriously. Especially in Berlin, I've realized that many, many entrepreneurs are caught up in their own rat race that they had before when they were employed, and they wanted to get out of that, but now they have it just on a bigger scale and they have more responsibilities. I want to take you guys out there. I want to have fun with you and really experience life to its fullest. And then number four, unity. Not only thinking about yourself, what you can get from us, but also what can give you to the community. And that beautiful dance within you is exactly what we need. So the four core values are what unifies us. And it doesn't matter where the people from the club come from or what business they're in. We have community members from all different areas, from all different ranges of business fields, but the values are what aligns us. And above all those four values is what I personally bring to the table. My vision is a world free of judgment, that our members are being seen as who they are. They're being accepted for wherever they are on their journey. And they're not being judged for just being in the beginning of their business or not having their shit together or this or that. And what happens when people experience that is that they piece by piece drop their layers and show their true authentic self. And from that on, have the courage to really step into their full potential and live their passion and create their business and grow and grow and grow and grow. And that's what I've been witnessing for the past 1.5 to 2 years. And we've been hosting Zoom sessions online. We've been doing live events. We're still doing that. We're creating co-workations in Southern Europe, where we just travel together in a beautiful place, in a beautiful villa, and work from there and have fun. And we're doing many, many more things. And it was this summer in 2021 that we all decided that we want to open the doors of that club to you, to people who share our mindset, share our values, who thirst for a community of like-minded, but also of like-hearted people that want to grow in life, learn everything they can, and be part of the change that needs to be made in the world. So we launched our website and we started outreach campaigns, and now we got our first investments in, and we are looking forward to meeting you. So if you're watching this video right now and you feel some resonance somewhere along the line, feel free to reach out to us, use any of all those buttons we have on our websites and everything, and connect with us and connect with me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or Instagram, or this or that, I don't care, but connect with us. I want to get to know you. I want to hear your story. I want to know how we can serve you, and I want to know what you can bring to the table and grow with us eventually. Our goal is to become one of the most relevant and most beautiful digital business communities within Europe. And for that, we need you to be proactive and show yourself. So let's get together, let's find each other, let's gather all our resources and our intelligence to co-create a better future for all of us, for our future children, for the animals and the plants on this planet, and even for this planet itself.